Kind Carpenter helps injured woman. He had no idea she was a millionaire CEO in disguise. Part 1. The Splintered Morning. The morning sun had barely stretched across the sleepy town of Willow Creek when Cole Barrett, a rugged carpenter with calloused hands and a heart too big for his modest frame, rolled up the garage door to his workshop. It was another day, another set of repairs for the elderly couple down the road, another rocking chair to build for a mother expecting her first child. Cole wasn't rich, but his soul was stitched together with the kind of wealth that only generosity could buy. He had just loaded a few tools into his truck when the screech of tires shattered the calm. A woman, dazed, limping, and bleeding from a gash on her forehead, stumbled down the road, one high heel broken, the other missing entirely. Her clothes, though designer, were torn and dirted from a fall. Cole didn't hesitate. He ran. "Hey, ma'am, are you okay?" he called out, reaching her just as she nearly collapsed. Her eyes fluttered, distant. I don't know where I am. My car spun out back there. I think I hit something." "You're in Willow Creek." "I'm Cole. You're safe now." He scooped her up with surprising gentleness and carried her into his workshop, laying her on the old couch he usually napped on during lunch breaks. Her name, she finally whispered, was Emily. Part 2. Bandages and Blueprints. Cole cleaned her wound, offered her water, and bandaged her ankle. She winced but didn't complain. He asked no probing questions, just offered comfort, the kind that asked for nothing in return. "I'm sorry to barge into your morning," she said, managing a smile. "You probably had better things to do." He shrugged. "Helping someone in need is the best thing I could do." Over the next few days, Cole helped Emily recover. She insisted on staying in the small town until she felt strong enough to travel, and Cole let her stay in the spare room behind his shop, refusing any kind of payment. Emily kept her story vague. She said she'd been on the road to clear her head, and didn't offer more. Still, Cole noticed how she paid attention, to how he helped neighbors with broken fences, how he lent tools without a second thought, how he stayed up late crafting handmade toys for the orphanage. What she never noticed, because Cole didn't let her see, was how he counted coins before buying groceries, or how he sometimes skipped meals to make ends meet. Kindness was never a performance for him. It was just how he was wired. Part 3. Hidden Identities. What Cole didn't know, what no one in Willow Creek could have imagined, was that Emily Hale wasn't just a traveler. She was Amelia Hale, CEO of Hale Tech Industries, a global tech company headquartered just a few cities away. She'd built an empire with fierce determination, but lost herself somewhere along the climb. After a high-profile betrayal by her business partner, she'd taken off in disguise, desperate to remember who she was without the armor of power and prestige. And in Cole's shop, among the scent of sawdust and sincerity, she had found her answer. Part 4. The Test. On her last night in town, Emily watched Cole fix a broken chair for a widow who couldn't pay him. He smiled, waved her off, and said, "It's just wood. People matter more." That night, Emily made a phone call. The next morning, she disappeared. No goodbye. No note. Cole was heartbroken, though he wouldn't admit it to anyone. Something about her presence had lit up a corner of his life he didn't know was dark. He figured she moved on, like most people did. People passed through Willow Creek, but rarely stayed. Part 5. The Reveal. 2 weeks later, Cole received a letter postmarked from the city. Inside was a handwritten note. "Dear Cole. Thank you for reminding me who I was before the boardrooms, before the billions. You saved more than my life, you saved my spirit. I hope you'll accept this opportunity not as charity, but as a return on the kindness you freely give." Tucked behind the letter were legal documents. Hale Tech had acquired an old warehouse near Willow Creek, soon to be converted into a state-of-the-art carpentry workshop and community training center. The name on the sign, Barrett & Company. Community Woodworks, in partnership with Hale Tech. Amelia had also created a non-profit in his name, the Cole Barrett Foundation, to teach woodworking and life skills to underprivileged youth. That night, the whole town gathered as the new facility was unveiled. Cameras rolled, and when Emily stepped onto the stage, this time in a sleek suit, the entire crowd gasped. Cole stood at the back, speechless. "You never knew who I was," she said into the mic, her eyes locking with his. "But I know who you are, and the world needs more of you." Part 6: The Heart of a Carpenter. After the event, Emily walked up to Cole, her voice quieter, more personal. "You didn't ask for anything. You just gave." He smiled, blinking back emotion. "You didn't have to do all this." "I didn't," she said, taking his hand, "but I wanted to." In time, Emily returned, not just as a donor or CEO, but as a friend. Some whispered about romance. Others just called it fate. But whatever it was, the town of Willow Creek never forgot the day a carpenter's quiet kindness changed a millionaire's heart, and how her gratitude transformed an entire town. Epilogue: The Legacy of Kindness. Cole continued to build, not just furniture, but futures. Children who once wandered aimlessly found purpose through chisels and compassion. And in every nail he hammered, every tree he planted for new wood, was the reminder that a single act of kindness could ripple out in ways no one could imagine. Because the richest people in the world aren't always the ones with the most money. Sometimes, they're the ones who give the most away without even knowing who's watching. And sometimes, that's exactly when the world decides to give it all back.